couple of years ago, I read this study about two playgrounds. One playground, in a second, I'm going to need you to, audience participation, raise your hand and vote, okay? So be ready. So one playground had a fence around it. The other playground had no fence around it. And what happened in the study was they wanted to know which playground is going to lead to kids having a better time. Which playground is going to lead to more fulfillment and enjoyment on part of the kids? Okay, so two playgrounds. First had a fence, the second had no fence. Raise your hand if you think the playground with a fence provided more enjoyment for kids. Raise your hands. Okay, awesome. Now raise your hand if you believe the playground without a fence provided more enjoyment. Raise your hand. What's interesting is that more of you said you believe the playground without the fence provided more fulfillment. Why do you believe that? Well, some of you might have just been helping me out and saying what I was hoping that you'd pick, and we're trying to throw me a bone. But probably most of you are a product of your culture, just like me. And what we're taught is that freedom and enjoyment and pleasure and fulfillment is found without restriction. When you get to live however you want and however you feel on the inside, that's when you'll be most human. That's when you'll have joy in life. And anything that restricts you, like God or the family, it's actually unjust. Yes, that is the teaching of many influential thinkers, whether you realize it or not, that shape our culture today from hundreds of years ago. What they found in the study is the exact opposite of what the majority of you said. The kids that had the fence, they went up all around the fence line. They wanted to test the borders of what they could play in. And they had way more fun. You know what happens when there's just wide open space and kids are out there? They huddle up around each other because they're scared of the wide open space. They just play right around one another. You've been taught that you can't trust the character of God, the ways of God, and the commandments of God. That this is an outdated, crusty, old book. It's restricting your freedom, and God is a curmudgeon. And that's why we struggle with temptation, because we don't actually believe that He's good. Just like with Adam and Eve, it wasn't that the devil came up and said, "Look at this fruit, so shiny, take a bite of this fruit." No, what did he do? He got them to question the heart of God. He said, God doesn't want you to be like Him. It's all about God. What you believe about the goodness of God will dictate if you trust His commandments.